Alright then gang, so we have two components at the minute. We have this Ninjas component which is nested inside this root app component right here. Now we'd call this the parent component and we call this Ninjas component the child component because it's sitting inside the parent. Make sense? So we've already seen state to store local data for a component, but now what I'd like to show you is props. And props are a way for us to pass data from one component, the parent, to a child component. So we can pass data from this component to the Ninjas component and output it here. And we can do that instead of hard coding this stuff right here. Imagine we want to pass this Ninja data from the parent component to the child component, then render that data. We can do that. So how do we do this exactly? Well, we use props, and props is just short for properties. And we pass those props on this component right here where we output it into the template. So all we do is make up property names and give those values to pass them down into this component. So for example, I could pass down a name prop, and that will be a string, and I'm going to call this Ryu. And then after that, I'll pass another prop down called age, and this is going to be 25. And then after that, I'll do one more, and this is going to be called belt, and that's going to be equal to black. So what I'm doing here is just making up three property names, three props, and giving those values. And now those values are being passed into this Ninjas component. So I'm going to save that, and I'm going to go to Ninjas, and this is where we can access those props that have been passed down to us. And we access those in class-based components automatically from this .props. This referencing the component, and .props to access the props object on this component. So what I'm going to do is just log those to the console inside the render method, and we can do that inside the render method because after all this is just a JavaScript function and we can add JavaScript in here. So I can say console.log this to reference the component .props. We get that automatically on class-based components, and that is going to give us an object with all of these different props that we've passed down. So if I save that now and view this in a browser, then we're going to see logged to the console this object over here, where we have the age, the belt, and the name. Those are the three props I passed down over here. Okay? So we're getting those. And now if we wanted to, we could output them inside this template. So I could say here, instead of Ryu, in curly braces, because we're outputting dynamic content, this to reference the component .props .name to get that name property. Then here I could say this .props .age to get the age property, and then finally instead of this we'll say this .props .belt to get the belt property. So if I save this now and check this out in a browser, we see those values right here. We're outputting those things that we get off the props object instead of hard coding them. Now I want to show you a simpler or rather shorter way to grab these properties right here, and to do that we'll use a bit of destructuring. So let's comment that out, and destructuring just means we can grab these property names and store them in variables that are called the same thing. So I can say const, then in curly braces, this is how we do destructuring. I'm going to say we want the name variable, we want the age variable, and we also want the belt variable from this .props. Okay, so that's how we do destructuring. And all this is doing is saying, okay, well, store the name of this .props in a variable called name, store the age of this .props in a variable called age, and grab the belt property of this .props and store it in a variable called belt. That is what destructuring is. And these have to be the same name as these things right here that we get on this .props. Okay, if you want to read more about destructuring, I'm going to leave a link to an article down below. So anyway, now we've grabbed those properties right here, we can just output them directly like so. Name, age, and belt. Okay, so if we save that now, this is still going to work exactly the same, Ryu 25 and black. So you might be sitting there thinking, well, why do this? Why go to all the effort of passing down these props and then just outputting those props here when we could have just hard coded them? Well, this now makes this component extremely reusable because we've not hard coded them. So if I wanted to use this component again, for example, below here, if I copy this and then just paste it down below, we can pass different props into this component, and therefore it's going to output different data. So it's making this component extremely reusable, and we can use it over and over again with different props in different places inside our application, because all we're doing is passing dynamic data in and then outputting that data. So if we check this out in the browser, we can see now we output it twice, but it's different each time around. The structure is the same, the template is the same, but the data is different. Okay, cool. So that is how we pass props down into components and then output those props in those components. Now this is cool, but what if we wanted to, instead of just passing a single ninja down into a component like this, pass a list of ninjas down? Well, we could say like name 2 equals this, name age 2 equals this, belt 2 equals this, then age 3, name 3, belt 3, etc. But that would be stupid. So what I'm going to show you in the next video instead is how to pass a list of ninjas down and then cycle through that list of ninjas inside this component and output them to the DOM.